To co-op or not to co-op? That is a question that a lot of us homeschool parents have on our minds when we just started homeschooling or we're thinking about homeschooling. I'm going to tell you 3 pros when it comes to having or using a co-op and 3 cons when it comes to using a co-op. Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm a homeschool mom of 6 kids, and I want to share things with you about homeschool, questions you may have, anything I can do to encourage you and help you understand that you can homeschool because you are called, anointed, and necessary. So let's define what a co-op is first. When I first started homeschooling, I didn't really understand the concept, but it's really simple. It's a group of families coming together to learn together. A lot of the times they will meet at churches, some facilities. I know that some are even hosted within homes. That is what a co-op is. It brings families together, homeschool families together, and fosters learning and growing together. Now let's talk about 3 pros when it comes to using a co-op. The first pro I would point out if you're thinking about joining a co-op would be community. Co-ops foster community so well. If you're looking for your children to have more friends, have more connections with people outside of their house, outside of their bubble, a co-op would be a wonderful place for you to do that. Pro number 2, shared teaching. So within a co-op, you usually have parents who are teaching some of the classes. And sometimes they will call on you to teach a class if you're able to. And the benefit of having other parents teaching classes is that it's not all on your shoulders. So I love that at our co-op. I love that there are people who are actually engineers in their careers outside of the co-op that are teaching some of the classes. And really, it's just other families who can pour into your children. Pro number 3, structure. Joining a co-op can really add structure to your week. That's one of the things that I love about the co-op that we are a part of. Some co-ops meet 1 day a week. Some meet up to 3 times a week, and really you just want to find the one that's best for your family. But what I love about it is that it gives us somewhere to go on Fridays. We have a time frame, and it kind of gets the kids feeling a little bit like they're in school, and they can go with their backpacks, their pencils, and get that nostalgic feeling. And it just holds us accountable. It gets us up early 1 day a week. So that's one pro for joining a homeschool co-op. Now let's talk about 3 cons when it comes to joining a homeschool co-op. One con may be the time commitment. If you're someone who really just wants to be free with your homeschooling, which I love that for people, joining a co-op might make you have to commit to certain times, certain days, and if you join the classes, there may be assignments that are due. There may be more of a, accountability. You're going to have more accountability, which could count as a pro. For me, it's a pro, but it could be a con if that kind of overwhelms you. I want to talk a little bit about my experience with certain co-ops. When we first started homeschooling, we joined our church's co-op, and it was brand new, and it's a wonderful co-op for the people who go there. It's actually an academy now. For us, it just wasn't a good fit because it leaned more towards the academy side, and it had more of a university model style of teaching. It was a very strict and very rigorous, and for some families, that's what they want. That's what they need. For us, it was just too much right out of the gate. So we met 3 times a week, and there was just so many assignments, and there was just so much pressure it felt. And as a brand new homeschool family, it was too much. So you really have to find the right fit for you and your family. So after that, we were there for 2 years. After that, we kind of pulled back and we reevaluated, what does our family need? That's an important part of homeschooling, is evaluating what are your family's core values with homeschooling, what are your needs, and what are you wanting to get out of your homeschooling experience. Figuring those things out first is very, very important and needed. So we pulled back a little and we homeschooled at home just by ourselves for a while, which there were things we learned and there were things that we struggled with in that area, and there were things that we excelled at. Then we found a co-op that we are at now that meets one time a week. One day of commitment was really key for us. And our kids are getting to make friends. They're going on field trips. Really, it was the community aspect that we needed, and that's what the co-op has done for us. Now, this next school year, we're going to stay at the co-op, and I am somehow teaching a robotics class. I will let you know how that goes. I'm going to take the summer to study robotics. We're putting together this robot kit, and I'm thinking that I'm going to reverse psychology this and just have the kids teach me how to build it and pretend like I don't know what I'm doing, which really I don't. But somehow reverse psychology where I'm teaching them by them teaching me, whatever. We'll see how it goes. So that is our story with co-ops. There are cons, there are pros. You really just have to figure out what your family needs and what the co-ops around you have to offer. And the truth is, you can homeschool because you are called, anointed, and necessary, with or without a homeschool co-op. Are you a part of a homeschool co-op, or have you heard of homeschool co-ops around you? I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments.